What's up, guys? This is Matt Doran, MDoranD for CardRunners.com. I'm back with another live play session of 200NL on Bovada, 4 tables. Let's just get right to it. Here we go. Okay, we've got a hand developing on table 1, and it's versus that same opponent in seat 6 that we've already had some history with here. Remember, he's the guy that right before this video started, I took about $100 off of, $120 off of when he misplayed an overpair. And then you remember that hand previously where I 3-bet him with Jack 10. It seemed, started to think he might be a little bit tilted here. Anyways, I've got Ace 9 suited here, and I have an opportunity here to either, obviously I'm not folding here, but I'm either going to call this deep or I'm going to 3-bet. So I decide on just calling, and the reason why I'm just calling here is because now I think there's almost no chance he'll fold to my 3-bet in this spot. The difference is here, not only will my hand flop worse than the last time, Ace 9 will not flop nearly as well as Jack 10, but also because in this case I'm out of position. And so I don't really want to play just a weaker ace out of position versus a guy I do not think is going to fold to my 3-bet. Because of that, I just call. As we go to the flop, I do not hit the flop. We go heads up to the flop, and it comes king, queen, deuce with 1 diamond. I check, and if he had bet this flop, I would actually just fold. It's not a great flop for me. I don't expect to improve very much. But he doesn't bet this flop. In fact, he checks it back. And when he checks it back, 2 good things happen. Number 1, the first good thing is that he checked it back. I mean, I don't think he has a king when he checks this back. Now, he might have a queen, and he certainly could have 3rd pair, a hand like jacks, 10s, 9s, 8s, something like that. He could also have a hand, that would make a lot of sense here for him to have a 2nd to 3rd pair hand here. The second good thing that happens is I pick up a flush draw. So now I have a great reason to bet. My opponent has shown weakness, and I've picked up a draw to the nuts. Can't beat that. So sizing is important here. It would be easy to just bet out $10 here, but I actually think there's a reasonable chance he'll call a bet here. For example, I think if he had no pot equity at all, like let's say he got here with, I don't know, 5-6, I think he bets the flop. So I don't really think he has that type of hand. And if he had a hand like 5-6, a bet of $10 is plenty, plus it'd be a value bet. But I don't think he has that. I think he has some showdown value, and I think it's probably a hand that's better than mine because he checked back the flop. And if that's the case, when we add in the fact that I think he's a little tilted by me and doesn't really want to give me a lot of credit, then I think a $10 bet is not quite enough. I need to go bigger. If I go bigger, I think I can still talk him into giving me the fold right now. So what I decide to do is into this $13.30 pot. Let's see how big I go. Let's go big. Bigger, bigger, bigger. Bigger, 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 bigger. There we go. There we go. Look at this. $28 into a $13.30 pot. More than twice the pot. This, I think, is going to work. This is the type of bet that I think will make him decide to give up on 3rd pair really quickly. Now he's not going to float me, I don't think, with 10s, with jacks, with 9s. Those hands have to go away right now. He can't call once and see what happens, or maybe call twice just to finally look me up. I think he has to give me credit now. So I think I can get folds all the way up to Queen X here, and that's really what I'm going after. I think there's almost no chance of him raising me here, too, so that's another good news with this bet, because if I never get raised, it means I always at least realize my equity. So he either folds most of the time, or he occasionally calls. If he does call, that's good news because the times I hit the river, he's going to probably pay me. If he was willing to call this size of a bet, if I hit my diamond on the river, it's on. I'm going to put in a huge river bet, and I think he's going to call. But I think almost always he's going to fold to this bet. So I bet 28, and he folds. You take it down.